Whatever I audition for, I take. No, I'm kidding. No, it's the story about first of all, the system and how black and brown people are incredibly, they're unfortunately not supported when they come out. And Ricky's young, 30. He spent most half of his life in jail. And you come out trying to acclimate to society again, and you don't have the support system that you need. And you have your family, but the system doesn't support you. And I play Sheryl, who is also affected by the system, but finding her love in special places, I guess. Doing the best that she can, trying to support him in the best way that she can, or what she thinks she can, and the chips fall where they may.
Very cool. And when it comes to films like this that are talking about serious issues that are happening more and more today, what do you hope audiences take away from when they're looking at this art?
I think it's just empathy with the characters. I think we get very comfortable with the lives that we live, and we forget that other people are suffering. We forget that there are different circumstances that we are not privy to, that other people kind of just need a little bit of kindness, a little bit more support, a little bit more understanding, and patience with the process, because we are very impatient humans.
Is this your first year at Sundance?
It is.
What do you think so far? Any crazy celebrity encounters or?
I think the only crazy encounter for me has been the headaches, because I was not, I wasn't aware that the air pressure was what it is. So it took a minute to get out of the headaches that I had. Lots of medication. So
On behalf of Utah, we apologize.
Beautiful. No, don't apologize. The city is beautiful. The landscaping is beautiful. It's just a sweet and quaint city. So I'm grateful to be here.
We're happy to have you. I can't wait to see the movie. Congratulations.
It's not. It's my first time in a few years. So maybe since 2017 or something like that. So it's good to be back. It's not snowing and it's not a blizzard. So it's amazing.
It's maybe the first time ever that the Sundance has not had snow falling down. Talk to me about what it was like being approached for this role and how you found your character as you were filming.
Yeah, I mean, I think I was sent the script and I read it. I had an opportunity to watch the short film, and yeah, to me it was like after the first initial conversations I had with Rashad, it was like a no-brainer for me to want to be a part of it. It just felt like such a special story. It felt like such a story that needed to be told. Like, I don't see this story told all the time. We hear about the statistics, but we never hear about the people. We never hear about their stories. And so for me, it was a very palpable thing to want to step into a role like this.
Right. And there's so many other films where, like, once you get out of prison, it's like the end of the story and things go better and things are great. But this is going to actually delve into what happens after that and picking up the pieces from your life. Were there any experiences that you were pulling from different people in your life that maybe have something to say a part of it?
I've always been really interested in the story of Khalif Browder and just what he went through so many years ago in New York. And so I think the psychology of that, in a weird way, has bled into this and my performance here.
If there's one thing that you can have audiences take away from this film, what would you want from them to take away?
Oh man, just understanding empathy, just being a human being and understanding that, if we lead with love and understanding, then, that's the best thing we can do.
I've been working a little bit. I did a pilot called Phony, and so I'm waiting to hear back from that. And everything else, just like filling in the lines in between, just making sure I'm studying the craft and everything.
Well, and talk about this film and what made you want to be a part of it. Was it the character? Was it the story, the writing?
I think it was a little bit of both the character and the story. The overall story, but also the story of the character. I'm an older brother myself, and in this film I play a younger brother, which is a bit of a different dynamic, but I also get to be a piece of myself in a way because my older brother gets locked up. And now with him being gone, I have to assume the position of the older brother. So now there's that kind of dynamic that we have to work with. I like nuance, I like arc, so it just was great all around.
Right. Well, when it comes to telling these stories where we're trying to shed light on people that are after prison, there's more to do. There's more work. In a lot of ways, there's not a chance for you to grow from there. What do you hope audiences take away from that message message leaving the theater?
What do I hope audiences take away from the message of?
When they leave the theater.
I think it's a couple messages you could take away. I think one of the ones that's most important for me is either like brotherhood or just the quote that it takes a village. A lot of people say it takes a village to raise a kid, but I think it could take a village in general. Just because I may need a group of friends that could bring me up in a moment of time, you may need that. Everybody kind of needs that at some point. And I think the film does a great job of showing how that can come from different areas and different people, even if you don't want it to or if you don't expect it to.
What were the labs like when you were doing Sundance?
Yes, the Sundance labs was one word, magical. The Sundance Institute has been extremely supportive in this entire process, and they gave honest, sincere notes, and it just really propelled the project to the next level. We were writing, me and my co-writer, Linkyue Young, we also went to grad school together. That's where we first met, and then kind of been going from there. But we, really took our time, 2 years in developing the script, and it happened kind of quick, honestly, because I really like to take my time. So but it worked out. It worked out really good.
Well, and talk about the writing process. What first inspired you to take on this, and how did the writing process change as you were working on it?
Yeah, so just living in my community, seeing a lot of my friends and family members that unfortunately went through the criminal justice system and experienced recidivism. One of my cousins, for example, tried to do the right thing when he got out, and he had trouble getting work. Had trouble just adjusting, and then the thing is, he tried to get specific jobs that he wanted, because he could find jobs, but it was specific jobs that he wanted that he couldn't get, and then he unfortunately resorted back to his old ways, which landed him back in prison, which landed him next step deportation. A lot of my family members are Caribbean, so they would get shipped back to a country that they were gone from for many, many years, and they had the struggles with that. And Ricky, for example, he's a byproduct of his father being deported because his papers expired, and without that father figure in this house, laying into trouble, and that's from the perspective the story's in.
And it's such a timely story, especially with lately, with President Trump now rolling back diversity, equity, and inclusion jobs, and different companies changing things with that. What is your response to that, and what do you think this film can do to help change people's perspectives about that?
Yeah, so with the way we shot this film, it's like I wanted the audience to really get a visceral feeling of how it could be through the eyes of an ex-offender, and hopefully, think about empathy, having empathy for, an ex-offender who's wholeheartedly trying to reacclimate, you know what I mean, positively in society. Right. Yeah.